Welcome to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour, a daily focus on late-breaking news on business opportunities and economic development in South Florida, featuring the movers and shakers of our community. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pete De La Torre, and welcome once again to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour. We are broadcasting live from Miami, Florida, and heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. We are celebrating Women's Month on my show. Every single show, we are highlighting women business leaders, community leaders, both locally and nationally. We are excited because we're bringing in some star power to this show, and a little bit later on, I'm going to share with you some of the names that we've got planned out for next week. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Before we move on, I need to share with you that our sponsor today is FIU College of Business. Today's lineup is it's a very interesting one. We're going to open up our FIU College of Business segment, which we do every 2 weeks, the first and the third Thursday of every month. And on the phone today, we have Mercedez Bradley, who is the Director of Healthcare Management Programs for the College of Business, and she's going to share with us in a moment some of the things that this program is doing to make a difference in the healthcare business sector here locally in South Florida and abroad, I might add. They are doing some amazing things. They have terrific programs, and she's going to line them all up for you in a moment. My second guest, of course, another fantastic segment. Of course, the first and third Thursday of the month, Sally's Business Tips. Our very own executive coach, Sally Villalba, will talk today about something called the triple play. And you want to tune in and catch what that's all about, because that is very impactful and very, very important to our lives. My third guest, Efrain Sora Global Insurance and Consulting. And Efrain is going to talk a little bit more the latest news on Obamacare, and we know that's a moving target. There seems to be something new every day there, and a passion that he has, which is social responsibility, and something that we should all consider when we move about and run our businesses. It's absolutely critical that we give back to the community. Don't forget to download my mobile app, Pete De La Torre, available everywhere. It is a great way to connect, get the latest news, to hear from you, get your questions and feedback. And then a little bit later on, I'm going to share with you our change of date. We're excited here, our Business Champion Boot Camp, which will be April 4th. We'll talk a little bit about that. And tomorrow, we have a milestone on my program. I'm celebrating my 100th show, doing this show every single day when we started back at the beginning of October of last year. Again, if you're here every day, you know we're on from 8 to 9 a.m. Thank you to all of our listeners that are with us every day, and all of you that may be listening for the first time, welcome. Welcome to our program. Right, now what I want to do is bring on to the show Mercedez Bradley. And Mercedez, let me tell you a little bit about her before we move on and talk about the exciting work she's doing with the healthcare management programs at the College of Business. Mercedez Bradley's health programs administrator. She has been named recently as Director of Healthcare Management Programs for the College of Business. She will oversee the business and operational functions of the program. Most recently, as Associate Director for Programs and Health Sector Management and Policy at the University of Miami School of Business Administration. Mercedez provided strategic and operational leadership of the program, worked directly with community healthcare executives, and managed the accreditation process for the dual accredited program, Executive MBA, and Health Sector Management and Policy in collaboration with the program director. In her new role, she will work with the faculty, staff, and the academic director of FIU to ensure successful ongoing operation of the college's healthcare management programs, including the development of programs and processes, community engagement, conferences, and fundraising initiatives for the Healthcare MBA. A lifelong resident of Miami-Dade County, Mercedez is known for her active participation in the healthcare community and her strong connections to leaders in South Florida's healthcare institutions. She received her bachelor's in business administration from the University of Miami. Please join me in welcoming Mercedes to the FIU College of Business segment. Welcome, Mercedes.
Thank you very much, Pete. Nice to be with you this morning.
Well, thank you. I know you have a busy schedule, so much going on, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. Why don't you share with us a little bit more about your role with FIU?
Yes. I've been here for 4 months, and I'm very, very excited to be here. I feel so fortunate to be working at FIU and have had the opportunity to work at UM. So we have two wonderful institutions that are educating healthcare leaders in the community. And I have a big job here. It's a wonderful institution, and we're trying to continue to build on the existing programs. We've had a healthcare MBA program since 2009 here at FIU, and we are planning to expand some of our programs to include executive education, non-degree programs, we have an online program and a face-to-face MBA program right now. We also have a certificate in healthcare management, which is a shorter program for those that just need a little bit of the healthcare piece. And we're hoping to bring on an advisory board of healthcare leaders that will help us with curriculum and to look at the future of the healthcare program here and abroad. And we're also planning to do healthcare conferences focused on specific topics that are important to the healthcare community here. So I'm very excited to be part of all this. And as you know, FIU is growing and growing. And we are in the Brickell location, which is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Great opportunity for our students to be right in the thick of things. So we're very, very pleased with everything that's going on here.
Well, I had the pleasure of attending the reception that was to roll out the partnership with the Small Business Development Center just a little bit over a week ago.
Oh, yes.
On your Brickell campus, and it was very, very exciting. And I'm just I can't be amazed enough at the things that FIU is doing in so many different ways to really enhance the local economy here in South Florida with so many incredible programs that are making a difference in our economy and are attracting some of the best minds, young minds in the world to come down here and be a part of this experience at FIU. And as you know, the healthcare industry is to say that it's a moving target is an understatement.
Yes, absolutely. It is such a complex industry, and so when we look at educating our students, we're always thinking, how do we bring all that current information into the classroom? And our professors are constantly trying to engage our students in just the most current and most specific educational opportunities. So it is very complex, and healthcare represents almost 20% of the U.S. economy. So we have a great demand for this program, and our students are here because they need to understand healthcare a lot better, not just business, but they need to understand the policy side, the technology side, the economic management, and of course, finance and all of that. So the healthcare MBA blends all the business principles with the core requirements on the healthcare side. So it is a wonderful program, and our students come from every sort of sector of healthcare. We've got directors, we've got physicians, we've got nurses, all kinds of folks that are trying to better understand the business and administrative side so they can make a difference in terms of cost and efficiencies and patient care.
Let me ask you a question, Mercy. We have a lot of listeners that tune in every morning here, and many of them might be at a crossroads, and they're looking at different opportunities and new careers. What are the opportunities in healthcare?
Well, there are many opportunities. As you know, the hospital sector was traditionally the area where everyone wanted to participate in terms of going into a healthcare career in a hospital. Now we're seeing urgent care centers. We're seeing physician group practices that are extremely large and need administrators to run them. We're seeing, with the aging population, home health, and we're seeing nursing care, all those kinds of facilities that are providing a lot of services to the elder group, needing administrators and folks that can manage and do all of that. So I think traditionally it's been the hospital sector, but we are definitely seeing other sectors and even pharmaceutical, medical device. So all kinds of sectors within the industry that are needing people that are knowledgeable about healthcare and business.
What if I've never been in the industry, but I want to get into it?
If you haven't been in the industry, this is a very good program as well, because we actually look for folks for our program that have at least 4 years of experience, professional experience, and meaning that they have some sense of the management track and what it takes to be a leader and a manager. So if someone's in a position that's not healthcare but has had some management experience, that would be a great candidate for this program, because with this program you will learn the inner workings of healthcare and be able to apply them. And once you complete the program, an employer would know that you do have that background and can make a difference from day one.
What we're talking about are people that have transferable skills.
Yes.
They have a skill set that can be applied to just about any industry. It's about making that decision. It's that, I've done this for so many years. I have these skill sets. Where do I go with this? And what are some of the opportunities out there? We have a couple of minutes left, Mercy. A couple things here. Number one, share with us the impact that your program has made in the local economy. I
think the main impact is that we have about 150 students right now in the program, and they will be graduating and coming out into the community, and the folks that have already graduated, our alumni, are already making an impact. We have many graduates that started in lower-level management positions and are now leading or being program managers of organizations, and really making a difference in terms of the cost and efficiencies. That's one of the biggest issues in healthcare today is, as you know, keeping costs down.
Yes.
And patient care and quality is really important. And our students and graduates are really making an impact in that area. Our program offers, as part of the program, a Lean Six Sigma certificate, and that is a very, very important thing to have in healthcare. It provides an opportunity to think in terms of process improvement and how to manage the efficiencies of an organization. So I think those things make a big impact.
I am very proud to say a little bit over a year ago, I received my yellow belt, Lean Six Sigma yellow belt.
Oh, I saw that on the website. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Let me tell you something. It was an incredible experience, and I would say that 95% of the time that I was going through that, I was totally lost. And it was at the very end when I had my big aha moment, and it all fell together. And I look back, I go, okay, now I know what all that meant there. And it's an incredible program that's a whole different topic we can talk about. Hey, Mercedes, how can, very quickly, we're basically out of time, how can the listeners, if they're interested, how can they find out more about the program and go a step further, apply for the program?
Well, they can visit our website. It's hcmba.fiu.edu, or they can call our office here and ask for me, Mercy Bradley, 305-779-7900. And we also have upcoming a couple of information sessions. March 13th, we will be having an admissions and networking event at Crave in Coral Gables.
Good place.
And on March 26th, the Brickell location will be hosting a forum and a tour. And all that information is on the Chapman Graduate School of Business website.
Mercedes, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. Great information, and congratulations for your recent appointment.
Thank you, Pete. Really appreciate talking to you this morning.
Have a great day. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to go to our first break of the show. And stay with us because we're just getting started. On the other side, we have our bi-weekly Sally's Biz Tips. Today, of course, she is our very own executive coach. And she's going to talk about something called the triple play. You don't want to miss that. And a little bit later on, Efrain Sora Global Insurance and Consulting, talking a little bit more about Obamacare. We were just talking about healthcare, moving target. If I've ever seen a moving target, it is the Affordable Care Act. So we're going to get an update on that and a little bit more later on. So you don't want to go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete Delatorre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
We're doing really well with our business, don't you think?
Yeah, and this location's great for us. I'd love to buy it and stay here for good.
Well, we could get an MCB owner-occupied real estate loan.
A what?
An MCB owner-occupied real estate loan.
A what?
An easier than you think loan.
Oh, of course, with Mercantile Commerce Bank.
Come to Mercantile Commerce Bank and learn more about our MCB owner-occupied real estate loan, or as you may call it, easier than you think loan. Be the owner of the space where your business will continue growing. Talking about loans is easier with Mercantile Commerce Bank. Go to WeSeeTheBusiness.com or visit one of our branches to get more information about how to receive up to $2,500 applicable towards closing costs. Mercantile Commerce Bank, empowering your world. Offer is effective as of February 24th, 2014 and is subject to change. Visit WeSeeTheBusiness.com for a full description of offer terms, related fees, and to find our branch locations. Member FDIC.
Make it your business to get to know and learn about the globally ranked graduate business programs at Florida International University. The Chapman Graduate School of Business is currently offering highly renowned MBAs, including the Executive MBA and a Healthcare MBA, as well as 8 specialized master degrees. Classes start every August and January in 3 convenient locations: the main Miami campus, the Broward Pines Center in Pembroke Pines, more recently, the state-of-the-art facility in the center of Brickell Avenue's financial district. Get to know more about them at business.fiu.edu or call them at 305-348-0148. Kathy Pareto and Associates is an independent fee-only investment management and financial planning firm. The firm's certified financial planners provide personalized, ongoing, or hourly-based financial planning and investment management services. More and more individuals and families are using the services of fee-only independent advisors to help them with their personal financial plans and investments. You may be asking why. The reason for this trend is simple. With a fiduciary fee-only advisor, you have a dedicated and unbiased professional that not only has your best interests at heart, but also adheres to the highest standards of ethics within the financial services industry. Kathy Pareto and Associates has been recognized in Worth Magazine as a top 250 wealth advisor in 2008 and a top 10 most dependable wealth managers for women in Forbes magazine. Call them today at 305-648-9814 to set up a complimentary initial consultation, or visit them at the web at www.kathypareto.com. That's Kathy with a C.
Welcome back to the Pete Delatorre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete Delatorre.
Welcome back, my friends, to the Pete Delatorre Business Hour. Of course, this is Pete Delatorre. We are broadcasting live from the Magic City, Miami, Florida, and also heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. Do not forget to download my free mobile app, and I also would love for everyone that is listening this morning to go to my Facebook page, Pete Delatorre Business Hour, and like it. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun for you because we're going to share a lot of things we're doing through the program, the events, the guests, A lot of tips, a lot of really cool things that we're doing on that page on Facebook. So please take the time there. Before we bring on our executive coach, Sally Villalba, let me tell you a little bit, of course, about FIU College of Business. Think differently. Go beyond what's expected. Earn your MBA from Florida International University. Make the most of your leadership skills with an MBA, healthcare MBA, or a specialized business degree from the internationally ranked College of Business. At FIU, you can earn your business degree in as little as 1 year. That's amazing, my friends, because we think that education is this long-term thing, and you can get a great education in less than 1 year. They have classes available at the main campus, Brickell, Pembroke Pines, and online. Find out more at their graduate open house on Saturday, March 22nd. For more information, visit FIUbusiness.com or call them today at 305-348-0148. That's FIUbusiness.com or call them at 305-348-0148. Okay, it is now time for Sally's Business Tips. We have our exquisite and very own executive coach, Sally Villalba. And today she's going to talk about something called the triple play. And not just talk about the triple play, but because we are celebrating Women's Month, she's going to have a special little something in there for all the women that are listening here this morning. So without further ado, welcome back to the show, Sally.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing terrific. And what's new and exciting on your end?
Oh, lots of good things happening in Miami, and finished coming back from a lot of good training. So I'm up and ready to go. You're
fired up and ready to rock and roll.
I am fired up and ready.
Well, we have a lot of people sitting on the edge of their seats in the cars right now, listening to the program and wondering what is the triple play all about.
Well, we are talking about Women's Month, and we are specializing just that on target. And, of course, me being a woman makes it so much easier. But men and women, we're juggling many different roles in society right now. We're juggling many different things that we do, and we sometimes struggle to make it all happen. So how do you manage a successful business without compromising family and community? I mean, that is a huge thing. And you know what? It can be done. And it doesn't have to tear your family apart. It doesn't have to tear you apart. And it doesn't have to take away from you being an asset to society.
Correct.
And so the triple play business, it basically is, it's your business, your family, and your community. Those are the three most important things that we have as a person, as a whole.
Business, family,
and community.
And community.
Giving back, always.
Absolutely.
Always
We're going to talk a little bit more about it a little bit later on in the show.
So in that arena, I mean, there's so many myths that people believe that really aren't true. They're just myths, and it's a mythbuster time. I just took the
I like
ones
that mythbuster time.
Yeah, mythbuster time. I just took like a couple of ones that I thought were really important to address. I found this one to be kind of a little bit conflicting. A lot of people have a lot of different views on this one, but to me, the myth about self-interest that conflicts with collective interest, that is definitely a myth. I mean, when you are aligned with your values and your authentic self, not your ego self, not the, oh, this is good for me and I don't care about anybody else. No. When you know in your gut.
I want this and I want this now.
Exactly. When you know in your gut, in your authentic self, that you are listening to that voice inside you, that you know that this project is going to be good, that this vendor or that this business partner is that partner that's going to take you to the next level. That is great, and that is for your good and is for your partner's good, and in turn it'll translate to your business, it'll translate to your employees, it'll translate to your family and your community. When you do things that are aligned into your best interests, it aligns into everybody else. It's just a trickle effect. Mm-hmm. So when you're talking about you as a self and nothing else in the world matters but me, then yeah, it definitely conflicts with everything else. But when you're a whole then everything just falls into place perfectly and in balance.
I think what you're saying there is that we do things because that's what our core values are about, and we take those core values in all areas of our life. And when we're talking about business, we cannot run a business without being authentic, without being real, and we cannot run a business if we're not doing it for the right reasons.
Correct. And in turn, you would become the person that people will want to work with, that people will want to work for, and that people will want to do business with.
Right.
And that is the whole purpose of your everyday existence. You want to be there for everybody else because everybody else is going to be there for you. It's a win-win for all. So I guess that myth is busted. Boof.
Well, I think I really, in summarizing that, is that be true to yourself, understand what drives you, what's important to you, and let that be the what directs you in your business dealings every day, and come from a place where you're doing it for the right reasons, and you stand on principle.
Correct.
And you don't deviate from that.
It basically fill your life with the understanding of what's important to you, and
exactly.
follow those values day to day in all that you do. Just be true to yourself, and that's it. It really is. Well,
you got me intrigued. I know there's another myth that you want to break here this morning.
I do. Okay. Most people think that you have to choose between money or service. Either I make a profit or I have good customer service. You can have both. And the when we were chit-chatting, we were like, really the driver of most businesses is to have a successful customer service, because the service will in turn drive you the profits. Right. You do not need to sacrifice service for your clients, service for your employees, service for your vendors, your business partners. Having them feel a great experience of doing business with you, however they're doing business with you. It doesn't need to be a horrible experience, because then you know what? You're not going to have them back.
Well, you and I were chit-chatting yesterday about this topic. I've never heard of a company that outright says blatantly in the marketplace, all we care about is making money. That's all we do here. Everyone will at least talk the talk and say, no, it's about the customer. It's about servicing the customer. But in the back rooms,
yeah.
They're really going in a different direction, or they really don't mean what they're saying, or they have the intention of doing that, but they get caught up in greed. They get caught up in it's about me. It's about making money. It really isn't truly about the customer.
Correct. And you know what? The employees feel that. And
they
feel that, and it translates into how they work. And in reality, you as the head of the business can think all you want, but if those employees are not satisfied with the vision and the direction that you're going, and they feel like giving customer service or focusing on the sale, as opposed to actually being good to the person in front of them, it translates into bad business and into bad employee working environment.
Well, it goes back to the old model of selling. I just got to sell. Yeah. I got to hit my numbers. I got to do this. Forget about whether what you are offering
whether your
is
client
the
needs
right
it or
thing.
not.
I'm going to sell it. I got to make my numbers. Thank you very much. Who's next in line? And that is not a formula for success in today's world.
No.
Okay.
Another big.
Well, let's hold that thought for a second, because I need to go to a traffic break.
Okay, perfect.
And a Bloomberg update. But when we come back on the other side, we'll expand this conversation a little bit more. Shortly after you, we're going to bring it on Efrain Sora Global Insurance and Consulting, to talk a little bit more about the latest and the greatest on the Affordable Care Act, otherwise known as Obamacare. But yet, something that is very important to Efrain and something we should all consider: social responsibility. So do not touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
And now, WZAB traffic.
In Miami-Dade County this morning, looking at heavy traffic on 95 northbound between Ives Dairy Road and Hallandale Beach Boulevard. That was due to an earlier crash in Broward County that has been cleared. Also slow traffic on the Palmetto northbound between Northwest 27th Ave and the Florida's Turnpike. Broward County delays on the Turnpike extension northbound between Red Road and University Drive. That's your Miami area traffic.
Futures higher on easing Ukrainian tensions. From Bloomberg World headquarters in New York, I'm Courtney Donahoe. Futures higher as stocks rebound around the globe. Concern easing that Russia's intervention in the Ukraine would lead to a broader conflict and disrupt markets. Later this morning, we get reports on jobs and manufacturing. World food prices rose 2.6% in February, the biggest jump in 19 months. Prices for cooking oils, grains, dairy, and sugar all rose, the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization said. Kate Spade wants to be Ralph Lauren. Looking to quadruple retail sales to $4 billion, the handbag maker is modeling itself on Lauren's empire, a global lifestyle brand selling everything from apparel to home goods. It's an audacious goal for a brand that's 1/8 the size of Ralph Lauren and generates 75% of its sales in the U.S. Having parted ways with its namesake founder, Kate Spade also lacks a Ralph Lauren, whose curated image is as responsible for selling a modern Gatsby lifestyle as the products themselves. And that's a Bloomberg Market Minute.
They come to Miami by air, land, and sea. They are businesses of all sizes and in numerous sectors. Some have a local presence, others a global reach. What they all have in common is housing their business at Miami International Commerce Center, one of South Florida's largest industrial business parks with over 3.5 million square feet of flexible space to fit every business requirement. Miami International Commerce Center represents the ideal business address for freight, flex, and warehouse users. Conveniently located near Miami International Airport, Port of Miami, major thoroughfares, downtown, Miami International Commerce Center. Grow your business with us. 305-590-1515.
Welcome back to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Welcome back, my friends, to the second half of the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. We are broadcasting live from Miami and heard around the world on 880thebiz.com. Do not forget to download my mobile app, Pete De La Torre. That is one of the best ways to connect with us, ask questions, provide comments and feedback on the program, what you like to see, who you like to have back as a guest. And that's always a good one because we want to bring back the folks that have made an impact on your business life. Before we get back with Sally's Biz Tips for the day, of course, she's talking about the triple play. If you're a business owner and are still renting your commercial space, Mercantile Commerce Bank has a great opportunity for you. With the MCB owner-occupied real estate loan, you can now own or refinance your commercial space. And they make the process so easy that some are already calling it easier than you think loan. Go to weseethebusiness.com or visit one of their branches to learn more. And not only go to the branches to learn more, get to meet some of the really great professionals that work at Mercantile Commerce Bank. This is a great group. It's with unbelievable experience, and they do things the right way. We've been talking about it, and they're focused on truly serving the customer. Mercantile Commerce Bank, empowering your world. Member FDIC. All right, let's wrap up our Sally's Biz Tips today. Of course, this is our very own executive coach, Sally Villalba, and she is talking about the triple play.
Yes. How do you manage a successful business without compromising your family and your community? And the last myth that I wanted to touch, which is really important for us women, is to believe that there's no roadmap. There's nothing I can have. What do I do? Where do I find it? And there's so many business
There's
models.
no solutions. I just got to roll with it.
Yeah, I got to roll, and I don't know, where I'm going. And,
it is what it is, right?
I will be led throughout the way. And that is so not true. There's a lot of sources of help out there. There exist business models, role models all over. The information is widespread. Call me, obviously. And there's always a place to find the question that you need.
So the triple play is, again, business,
family,
and home, and community.
And not necessarily in that order, huh?
Right, and you can be successful in all three key areas. You don't have to sacrifice one for the air. That's important. Before we wrap it up, Sally, how can you help business professionals?
Well, I create breakthroughs with my clients, and I have them become aware of that which they are not yet realized that they have. I help them discover their possibilities. And there's so many ways that we do that, but in itself, it's just you about you. And as a business owner, as a juggler between so many things, there's only so much attention that you could put into one thing. So do what you do best and let others help you in what you don't know exactly how to do best. And that's where I step in. And I'll help you find those answers to all the questions that you have.
How can the listeners reach you?
It's 305-905-1164 or discoveringyourpossibilities.com.
Beautiful. Thank you, Madame. I appreciate it very much.
You're
Very
very
good
welcome,
segment
sir.
here. We're going to be bringing on Efrain Sora in a moment here from Sora Global Insurance and Consulting. But I want to let all of you know that we have a new date for our Business Champion Boot Camp. It will be Friday morning, April 4th. Everything else is the same. Hellman's Worldwide Logistics is our host. That is our venue. That's on Northwest 41st Street. If you want more information, you can check my website, PeteDelatorre.com/forward Business Champion Boot Camp. Correct, Miss
Yes.
Sally? Okay. And you'll have...
No, actually, it's /BCBC.
BCBC, or just go to my website and look under the tab that says training, and there's a drop down that says Business Champion Boot Camp, and the information's there. Any question you've ever had regarding why this program is something that you should invest a handful of dollars to attend, this is going to give you that breakthrough that we're talking about. If you do number one, go and join us. Number two, participate and engage. And then number three, implement the ideas.
And follow up.
It's about being there, engaging, and then implementing on a day-to-day basis. It's a powerful program. It has been designed for the experienced business developer, sales professional. You will be enlightened with ideas that you've been trained on in the past, but maybe you're not implementing or executing on a daily basis the way that you should, that could actually benefit you. And along the way, you're going to pick up some new insights on how to be successful today, to do the number one thing that all business got to be doing. They've got to grow. They've got to bring in doing revenues. And we're going to talk about the most effective ways to be able to do that today. So if you have more questions on that, of course, visit my website, PeteDelatorre.com/BCBC. Okay, I believe we have on the line Efrain Sora. We have Efrain on there?
Hey, Pete, how you doing?
Good morning, my friend. How are you?
Good morning. How's everything?
Everything is terrific, buddy. I know that you've got something you're very passionate about, social responsibility. However, before we do that, we have a lot of listeners that are joining us every day. Tell us very briefly about what you do, and then give us, if you have any updates on the Affordable Care Act, because I think it's changing almost every day.
Yeah, I do it's Torre Global, and I do health insurance, international health insurance, and domestic health insurance. I provide health insurance for people who living outside the United States, those traveling outside the United States, and especially those that are living here now. They're sort of in a health limbo, if you will, because the Affordable Care Act will not provide for them. And then I do the domestic. I do not I do not provide the service for those who that want or need rather the subsidy. I provide for those who are outside the requirements of the subsidy, and I provide for the medium-sized companies group health insurance.
And Efrain, what is
Affordable Care is doing at this point is, well, it's wrapping up, actually. Affordable Care is, as of March 31, last day of March, the Affordable Care. Those of you who have not gotten your insurance, you will be penalized once you go through your tax process. It will ask you, what type of insurance you have and all that good information. And then if you do not have it, you will be penalized. And you'll probably have to wait now until November when open enrollment comes around. But as far as any updates on it, is they extended the middle market for health insurance. So the companies between the 50 and 50 and up, and they had extended it for 1 year. It was it was supposed to go into the program on 2015, and I believe they went ahead and extended it for another year because they really haven't been able to get that part of it together.
Efrain, let me ask you a quick question. What is it that they extended?
Well, it's what they extended is the provision that they have to go under all the provisions of the Affordable Care Act, and what that means is that they are forced. In other words, the employer is forced to offer insurance to each one of their employees. And they're almost forced to pay for the bulk of the insurance for each one of the employees. And for some companies that becomes a problem because we're talking multi-million-dollar companies that may not be a problem at all, but you're talking for the smaller 50 and 50, 60, 70 employees. That may be a tremendous issue for them having to provide insurance for their employees.
Well, it's I don't even want to pretend that I know a whole lot about it. I just want to know. It's like all of the listeners that are tuning in every day, and just as we go beyond our daily activities, what does that mean to me and my family? I mean, where am I at, and what am I eligible for? What am I not eligible for? And I think those kind of questions are ones that if they call you directly, you'll be able to sit down with them and open up a dialogue and steer them. If there's something that you can do, obviously you will do it. If there's something that you don't specialize in, then you'll refer them to the right professional.
Absolutely. It's become so specialized that we just rather not deal with certain aspects of it unless we really know it. But in great terms, the big picture, what we've found is that any company between 1 and 2 employees to 50 employees, they're to 25 employees. I'm sorry. They're not required to act at all. They will receive some sort of subsidy, a tax write-off, if they offer insurance to employees that are within the poverty level, and that they will have a tax advantage, but they're not really required to offer anybody insurance. Now, the ones between 25 employees and 50 employees. They're not required either because your requirement comes in as far as 50 employees and above. But what happens there is they're able to go to the marketplace and get some sort of a discount policies for their employees and themselves. But there's a trick there, and the trick is that they have to have an average salary of $50,000 among all the employees. So if you have if you have a small company, between 25 and 50 employees, and it's a high income producing company, you're not going to be able to go to the marketplace. So that pretty much means that the employer has to make a decision. Does it want to be a nice guy and offer the policies to their employees,
correct,
or not? And if they do, they have to offer it to everybody. They just cannot pick and choose. So a lot of companies just offer their top level executives insurance, and then their lower level, there are other people that just the regular employee would just sort of be left out, or maybe
and that
insurance.
Exactly, and that drives to some things that are just making this matter more challenging. But you're the expert on this. Listen, we're going to take our final break of the show, but on the other side of that, Efrain, let's focus on something that you're very, very passionate about beyond being a professional, knowing what you do and do it very well, is social responsibility. And I think that's something that as small business owners, we have to embrace into our business. So if you hold on a second, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz.
We're doing really well with our business, don't you think?
Yeah, and this location's great for us. I'd love to buy it and stay here for good.
Well, we could get an MCB owner-occupied real estate loan.
A what?
An MCB owner-occupied real estate loan.
A what?
An easier than you think loan.
Oh, of course, with Mercantile Commerce Bank.
Come to Mercantile Commerce Bank and learn more about our MCB owner-occupied real estate loan, or as you may call it, easier than you think loan. Be the owner of the space where your business will continue growing. Talking about loans is easier with Mercantile Commerce Bank. Go to WeSeeTheBusiness.com or visit one of our branches to get more information about how to receive up to $2,500 applicable towards closing costs. Mercantile Commerce Bank, empowering your world. Offer is effective as of February 24th, 2014 and is subject to change. Visit WeSeeTheBusiness.com for a full description of offer terms, related fees, and to find our branch locations. Member FDIC.
Admin E Solutions believes that your website is the centerpiece of your marketing. They believe that your website should convey credibility and trust. They believe in producing results, and they guarantee it. When you're looking for a new website and you want to go to the next level, you need to call Admin E Solutions, 561-272-8567, or visit their website, adminesolutions.com. Your website should produce leads and work for you. The time to redesign your website is now.
Welcome back to the Pete De La Torre Business Hour here on 880 AM The Biz. And now, your host, Pete De La Torre.
Welcome back, my friends, and you are indeed our friends, and we are very grateful that you are tuning in every day to this program, because the program is about you. It is about bringing you information that is late-breaking, relevant, practical tips to help you along the way. And our objective is to help you take you and your business to a whole different level and be able to hit your goals and be successful on a daily basis. We are wrapping our conversation up now with Efrain Sora, Sora Global Insurance and Consulting, one of the top experts on health insurance domestically and international. And Efrain has been telling us the latest what I think is very complicated issues with the Affordable Care Act. And I will never try to be an expert. I take it from a gentleman like Efrain who knows what he's talking about, and he has been certified and trained effectively. So we thank him for that. We now want to also let him expand a little bit on something that's dear and near to his heart, social responsibility. And this is something that every one of us needs to be seriously incorporating into our lives and to our businesses, regardless of the size of your business. Efrain, tell us a little bit why this is important to you and why the listeners should embrace this idea.
Well, I think that success is more than just having a nice home and a nice car, maybe able to travel a couple of times a year. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I think that those of us who take advantage of that portion of our success, I think that's actually doing a lot for the economy when we're actually spending our money in things that we like. But on the other hand, there's other parts of success that a lot of people really don't grasp, and it actually took me quite a few years to actually grasp it, and that's social responsibility. I was sitting with a gentleman the other day, a couple months ago, who is one of the top people in one of the bigger companies here in Miami, and the gentleman was telling to me, there was this gentleman is very much into social responsibility and entrepreneurship and things like that. And he says, if I could take a $1 million company in this industry, which he says is very respectable, but it really cannot do business with me. And he says, and if I could get that company to the next level, $5 million, $10 million, then It will be doing them a tremendous service because I have helped them get to that next level. Plus, it helps us because I will not be able to take advantage of what those companies can offer my company in terms of business. And I'm saying to myself, wow, mentoring, what a tremendous concept. Mentoring in entrepreneurship, mentoring a company to get to the next level without expecting anything in return. Just the fact that company will one day be grateful enough to come back and do business with me, hopefully. But just the fact that I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about what this gentleman is going through his mind, I mean, just opened up a whole new world. And a lot of times we as business people help out other business people in the same industry, and we all want a kickback of some sort. Well, can I have a referral fee? Can I have a percentage of this? Can I have a percentage of that? Without understanding that if we help, that business is bound to come back to us. And,
well, Efrain, it is
giving that a thought. We start from a very young age in what Sora Global supports as far as social responsibility. We work for Safe Haven for Newborns, which saves infants, and those infants will one day turn into the future of this country and of any country. In fact, that infant may be the one who finds a cure for cancer or for AIDS or for some disease that may pop up in the next years whatsoever. We also support and partner with the Casino Global Foundation, and what Casino Global Foundation does is they teach the young people. They teach them entrepreneurship.
Yep.
Kids between the ages of 14 and 21 years old. What a tremendous concept, for a young person to know, hey, grab an idea and run with it because, it's wonderful. Go to college, get an education, but once you're out of college, you don't have to depend on a larger company. You don't have to depend on the government. You don't have to depend on welfare. You don't have to depend on anything except yourself because we've given you the tools to be who you want to be. Sounds like, I know that is what the Army says, but it makes a lot of sense. Teaching a kid to be who they want to be.
Right.
We also partner up with
Efrain, we got a minute left, my friend. Let's start wrapping it if you don't mind. Go ahead. We got a minute left.
Yeah, we always we also partner up with an institution called Yes Institute, and what Yes Institute does, it goes out there and through dialogue and gender orientation, teaches throughout the schools and universities, about bullying, which is another. And you're saying, well, you're all over the map here. No, we're talking about the future of this country. We're talking about the kids. We're talking about the different social aspects.
Absolutely.
That concern the kid or the child, the young person, the adolescent who is growing up. And while, some of us, like for instance, you take the Bill Gates and the Warren Buffett.
They've been terrific. Efrain, my friend, we are out of time. I really appreciate it, and I'm giving you a standing ovation because besides being very good at what you do in your business, you are one of a kind, and everything that you're doing to give back is an example for all of us to follow, and I appreciate what you're doing. The listeners appreciate it. Very quickly, your phone number that they can call you and find out more about what you do and also what you do for the community.
Sure. 305-776-8962.
Efrain, thank you, my brother. This has been great.
Thank you, Pete. Have a wonderful day.
You do. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Right, as you can see, another fantastic show. It has flown right by us. I think it was topping 100 miles per hour because, again, the guests were terrific. The segments were great. Thank you to Mercedez Bradley from FIU, Sally Villarba, your very own, and my very own executive coach with our Sally's Biz Tips of the Day, and Efrain Sora, who is both a successful business owner and someone who is very involved in the community. Tomorrow will be our 100th show. It is unbelievable and crazy how fast time goes by. Tomorrow, 8 to 8:30, another Business of Sports segment with my co-host, Jose Sotolongo, the executive director of the Miami-Dade Sports Commission. Exciting talk on what's happening here with sports, the business aspect of it. Great segment, and we got a couple of other surprises. So thank you so much for sharing this morning. Remember, have a vision for tomorrow, but keep an eye on today. God bless.